differentiate. In part A, we got y equals cotangent square cosine of theta. Okay, so this function cotangent square cosine theta is same as cotangent of cosine theta. This square means whole quantity square. When we write in that way, this looks like u square. This is inside function u, and u square is outer function. And when we find its derivative, it's gonna be 2u times u prime due to chain rule, because we have u as a function of theta here. Okay, this is y. Then y prime is u squared, so 2u times u prime, where u is cotangent of cosine theta, So this part is done. Now we need to find derivative of this. Okay, so this is 2, we don't need this bracket, so cotangent of cosine theta times, this is cotangent of something derivative, and we know cotangent of some function, let's say u, its derivative. Okay, let me delete this. Derivative using chain rule is, derivative of cotangent is negative cosecant square u times u prime, derivative of inside function from the chain rule. So in this case now negative cotangent u, right? So negative cosecant square u times derivative of u, that is derivative of cosine theta, which is negative sine theta. We are done. But let me write everything together. So we got negative sign here, negative sign, negative, negative, positive 2 at the beginning. Maybe we're going to write the smaller factor first, sine theta, and we cannot simplify anything, just write cotangent of cosine theta times cosecant square cosine theta. Okay, we cannot multiply, cancel anything, final. Okay, so that's part A. So let's do part B. Okay, where we have e raised to 5t sine 3t. So this is like e raised to some function of t, eu, and its derivative is always itself times, it's a quantity, u prime, where u happens to be 5t sine 3t. So I'm going to erase this because I don't have room over there. Okay, so now y prime, so y prime is, it's like eu using this itself, 5t sine 3t times derivative of u, which is 5t sine 3t. Okay, sine 3t. So we are done with this factor, but here we got a derivative of 5t sine 3t. T is a function. In fact, we can say 5t is a function. A derivative means this 5 can be pulled outside as well. Sine 3t is another function. So let me write this. This 5 we can pull outside of this derivative and bring all the way to the front. Sine 3t. Because this is times, so when it comes outside times, then we can pull all the way outside. Here then, let me write one more step. This is optional. T sine 3t prime. Now if you look at closely, it's a product. So we must use a product rule. And we know that when we use a product rule, we're going to get plus, means two terms, like u dot v when we have a product, u prime v plus b prime u. So this will be times two terms, means we need to put parentheses around. So let me write here this y prime 5 e raised to 5t sine 3t, okay, times dot, okay, then using this product rule, the product rule, we write, so it's a times two terms, so we must put parentheses around, okay, otherwise that would be a mistake. It's this factor times both terms, so plus in the middle, because using the product rule we get plus. So derivative of first factor is 1 times leave second alone sine 3t plus, now we take derivative of second factor times leave first factor alone times t. I'm going to write t at the beginning or times t at the end, same thing. Okay, v prime sine 3t, derivative of sine 3t, okay, that's another chain rule. So let me do over here sine 3t, okay, it's like sine u because this is function of t but more than t, so sine u, and derivative of sine u is cosine u times derivative of inside function, that's 3. So we're gonna get cosine 3t times 3. So we were using the product rule here, so this is u prime v plus v prime times u, so I'm writing t at the beginning, or if it bothers let me put at the end. V prime means derivative of sine 3t, which is here 3 cosine 3t times u, which is t. We could have written at the beginning, and done. This is it. Maybe we want to write in a nicer form, which is 5 e raised to 5t sine 3t, okay, times two terms, so we must put parentheses around. 1 times sine 3t is just sine 3t plus here 3t cosine 3t, just writing 3 and t first, cosine 3t, okay, this parenthesis, done, final.